Do you suffer from people-pleasing pain? Let me tell you, you are not alone. Are you breaking on the inside but keep giving more, hoping that other people will do the same for you? Well, please watch the rest of this video. It will point you in the right direction. Hi, I'm Frida Willis. Who am I, what do I do, and how do I do it? Well, first of all, I'm human, and that forms the basis of everything I do. I never forget that at the end of the day, we are all just human. I have studied as a psychotherapist and a coach, and for fun, I call myself a theracoach. I also like the term a thinkologist because I specialize in helping people think their way out of problems. What is thinkology? Thinkology is literally the science of your thoughts, the path that a person takes to reach a certain conclusion through thinking and reasoning. And I help them alter or change or redirect this path. It is this path that is the precursor to your actions, your deeds, your habits, and your behaviors. And in the end, when you change your thinking, you can change your life. You know, every one of us has a need to know more. It's a natural human curiosity. And not only that, there are so many people in the world that's finally ready to grow and to expand and to change patterns that was really not good for them up to now in their lives. Every single one of my videos on YouTube is available as a program or a workshop. You can also even ask for an ebook or do-it-yourself study program. Please just email me at frida@thinkologii.co.za or hello@thinkologii.co.za. Please feel free to contact me, ask me questions, inquire about other topics. I'm more than happy to assist. Have a happy day. So PPP can literally mean anything, but in this case, it is a person who is suffering from people-pleasing pain. And in short, it means that you are simply giving too much in comparison to what you get. And how would you be feeling? Frustrated, unfulfilled, desperate, angry, resentful, anxious, insecure, afraid, alone, very lonely, unworthy, invalidated, unloved, unseen, and almost irrelevant to the world. And I really don't believe that any human should feel this way. We live on this glorious planet with so much beauty, and that includes us. Somewhere along the line in human nature, something has gone terribly wrong. And we are here to restore that. We are here to heal that. That does not mean that we swing over to the other side of narcissism. It does not mean that we swing over to the other side of arrogance. It simply means we find our center and our balance and relationships that are healthy and that our next generations can learn from. And to me, that is the most powerful motivation for any mother, any dad, any parent, any person who is living with people-pleasing pain, because we teach that as we behave that. And so it's really important that we notice it, we become aware of our behavior and try to eradicate it this generation still, so that the next one has a chance of living more and suffering less. Sadly, no one is born a people pleaser. We are all trained to become that. However, the good news is if we can be trained to be that, we can also be trained not to be that. Where does it start? It starts with a child trying to please the parent. A child trying to find closeness and connection with the parents. And that can often happen when a parent is not so consistent and that connection is not freely available. Can be when parents are very busy, where there's a lot of drama and trauma in the family, lots of arguments and lots of physical presence but mentally absent parents. It happens when a child also becomes the parent's caregiver. It happens also when the child is the peacemaker, when the child can so finely tuned be aware of the vibration of bad mood, bad feelings, unhappiness, stress, and tension that the child starts taking care of making peace all round, looking after everybody's needs, placating them, keeping them calm. And it also causes the child then, because of that lack of acceptance, that lack of affirmation, to feel not worthy and not lovable, and that the child has then effectively been ignored. Their needs have not been met, but they have been meeting the parents' needs all along. So there's a lot of reasons. Let's look at some more. When we give, we have a natural expectation to receive. We want people to be nice back to us when we've been nice to them. A people pleaser is looking for validation. See me, notice me, count me. It's only normal for any human being to want a sense of belonging. It's also an attempt to control the environment so there's less disappointment and less hurt and less pain. It means that this person has not been receiving what they've been needing. Also, it's a way of avoiding guilt feelings. Highly sensitive people by this time, a child starts off being quite healthy and balanced, but become highly sensitive, highly attuned to notice what is going on around them. And so sad that a child then becomes hypervigilant, tense, anxious all the time, looking, observing, waiting, looking for opportunities to meet people's needs long before the person has even mentioned it. So it's almost an overcompensation for acceptance, needing that, needing to connect. I'll do anything to get you to pay attention to me. I'll do anything to have you not reject me. It's a very, very painful experience. And after acknowledging all this, the natural next question is, now what? Do I live this way for the rest of my life, going from one unhappy and unfulfilled relationship to the next? Or do I make work of this? And yes, it's going to be hard work. Let's not fool each other, to become back to your more balanced self. It is important to notice your lack of self-care, your lack of self-nourishment, and your lack of detachment from people that we are then overly dependent on for feedback, and often always disappointed because they cannot give you what you've been longing for the biggest part of your life. So it's important to learn where and how to begin to reverse this process. And let me put it out there, it is not going to be easy. You may also get a lot of pushback from the people that you have been overcaring for, and that you are now becoming more caring towards yourself. So be prepared for a bit of strife, a bit of conflict, but we will train you how to handle that and stay grounded and stay true to yourself, because a people pleaser is never true to themselves. And that's the kind of thing we're here to restore. Okay, so here's some bad news, but it's not really bad news. It is important that we stay realistic no matter what changes we want to bring about in our lives. To stop being a people pleaser is a process. It is not an overnight switch. That does not exist. If you follow anybody on Instagram who's telling you it's going to be quick, stop watching that. This is a journey of 2 steps forward, 1 step back, learning from every situation, every context we are in is in fact a learning opportunity. So please understand that this is hard work, very much so. However, it is worth it because you're suddenly working towards getting a life away from pain, away from suffering, a life that opens up to you being a valid, present, magical, wonderful human being. And that's what we actually are. Your practice must become consistent, because that's the only way we get to teach other people how to treat us differently. Inconsistency will create anger, aggression, confusion, arguments, and eventually giving up. So the only way going forward is practice and repetition. Your failures are your best teachers, but as long as you don't let it stop you. Never, ever give up. Not all battles can be won, so sometimes we need to plan our way away from people. And I know most women I deal with say to me, but I don't want to leave. I don't have anywhere to go, or I have no money. And having been in private practice for over 30 years, All that really means is it's going to take you a little longer to plan, a little more astute. It does not mean leaving is impossible. It means leaving is not possible right now. Also, some women choose to stay and they make it work somehow. It could be that you'll settle for less, but that is your choice. I know a lot of people have been brainwashed to believe that marriage must be forever and that you've made a promise in front of your God and therefore you're not allowed to leave. But I can assure you, God did not say sign up for abuse. God did not say sell your soul for a little bit of acceptance and then maybe not even get it. So rethink that. Sometimes you are doing your children a disservice because you're setting the example of how not to be, and then they become the same. So I want you to let yourself think this through and be really ready and work step by step and never, ever give up.